Hey guys, welcome to the 9th edition of my weekly mashup. Super pumped to bring this one to you. And if you guys ever have anything you want me to talk about, be sure to send it to me, Chandler@stoneagefuel.com, and I'd love to cover or answer any questions you have. In this first piece, I talk about empathy and the fact that if you don't understand the way other people are thinking, you're never going to understand how to lead them in the right way. Hey guys, this is Chandler. So today I wanted to talk about something that took me a long time to figure out and a long time to understand, because it's something that you really have to dive deep into to work to understand. And that's when you're a leader, when you're trying to tell people to do something you want them to do, or when you're raising kids, or when you have animals, or anything like that, is empathy. So we have to understand that when you tell someone to do something and you tell someone how you want something done, you say things like, because I said so, or because of this, and you don't give them a reason as to why, they're going to be bitter and upset, and they're not going to want to do it because they don't understand the big picture. And in order to get people to follow you, and in order to get people excited about what you're doing, you have to tell them why something's happening. You have to show them the big picture, and they need to understand the reasonings behind why all this is going on. And the idea behind empathy that I was talking about earlier is when you say something to these people, you need to be able to walk up to them and look through their eyes. You need to be able to see it through the way they see it. You need to be able to turn it around from the way you're looking at it and look at it at the world from the way they're looking at it. And if you can understand the world from their point of view, from their visions, and from what they're thinking, you're ultimately going to understand why they're thinking the things they're thinking. And when you try to get them to do things, you're going to be able to do things a lot easier because you're going to be able to tell them, this is why I want it done. I understand how you feel and I understand what you're thinking, but this is the reason it's going to happen. This is the big picture, and this is how it's going to be ultimately successful. So the idea behind empathy is you need to understand what they're thinking. I need to understand why they're thinking it. Look through their eyes and really try to develop a feeling and a sense of what they want. This next piece is my 9th law of marketing, the fact that you have to educate people in order to build trust with them. Number 9, this is the second pillar of great content, but the number 9 law of marketing, educate people. So what we need to do is we need to realize that you might think you have the greatest product in the world, the greatest idea, the greatest brand, the greatest whatever, but if you don't educate people on why, they're not going to care about it and they're not going to understand it. And what we mean by educate is give them a lot of value, make them feel special, showcase what you do is really cool, it's unique, it has an identity and a culture behind it, and then people will want to come and see you. They'll feel like, oh man, you've helped me out so much to this point. I've been watching a lot of your videos. My shoulder doesn't hurt anymore because of your videos, or I really learned a lot about marketing and it turned my business around. That kind of stuff is what really needs to happen with our educational components. So if we're in the fitness industry, it's how do I fix shoulder pain? How do I fix low back pain? What can I do to eat healthy on the go? How can I read a menu at a restaurant and be healthy when I don't know what I'm doing? Maybe it's the skinny tacos at Cheesecake Factory. Maybe it's not choosing the Caesar dressing in your Caesar salad. It's that kind of stuff. Or maybe if in marketing, it's here's how you put content out to educate people and help people. And the idea behind it is give without asking. You can ask later, but you're going to have a strong relationship to actually ask.
We have to do skinny tacos at Cheesecake Factory now because Chandler here came back from Amsterdam. It was like, I'm fluffy. And actually, I'm being nice and saying that he said he's fluffy. He came back and said, I'm fat. And I was like, well, you're not, but
yeah, I decided I wasn't beach body ready for the Mad Labs.
So, I mean, there's that. But what, you gained a whole, 4 pounds?
Kilos. Oh, wait, maybe 4 pounds.
You're a 69. You weighed 74.
4.
Oh.
See?
Oh.
But I'm already down to 71, everybody.
Yeah,
so
in
good news.
5 days, he gets back down to whatever. Not fair. However, yeah, way to go, Dave. Now I have to listen to him say, I'm fat. I can't eat that. I'm fluffy.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really strict when I get committed to it.
It's actually to the point where it irritates me sometimes. He did this one time for a month. He ate salads everywhere we went. And I said, Chan, where do you want to go eat? And he said, the food store. And I said, which food store? That's the other thing that irritates me. So now I say, what food store do you want to go eat at? And he goes, the salad store.
This next piece is about kindness priming and the fact that if you prime people with acts of kindness, they're going to be more likely to want to experience those acts of kindness when they see you or your business in the future. What's up, guys? Today I wanted to open up a video and talk a little bit about a concept I wrote about probably back in January. It's called kindness priming. And so what it is basically you prime people with repeated acts of kindness, and then they expect that kindness, and they start to see that in your brand or in what you do. And when they see that, you basically move people towards the idea that they're already expecting to have a good experience with you or your brand. And so the way you set up this kindness priming is maybe if you have like in the gym, when someone walks in, we all yell, "Welcome to Stone Age Fuel, where the streets are paved with gold." And they smile, they're excited. Anything that they thought negative before they walked in, or that messed up their day, or that made them not super pumped about what they were doing, goes away. And then they continuously get little repeated acts of kindness throughout their experience when they're in there. And what this does is it sets up a positive construct for these people when they're inside your business, or when they're interacting with your business. And then when they come back to your business, they're expecting to get those exciting, positive interactions. And this sets up the tone to where people start to love your brand, and they look forward to the experience with your brand. And the reason this is important is maybe you have like a website, and someone comes on and they get a little thing that pops up and says, "Hey, you're awesome," or something like that, something that primes them to smile or be happy or excited. And then each little piece they go to, there's little notes and that say, "Hey, you're still awesome. We love you," all that kind of stuff. And the more they see that, the more primed they are to see the kindness and be positive and be excited, the more excited they're going to be about your brand. And then each time they come back, they're going to see that as a positive experience, and they're going to see it as a good experience. And so you're basically putting it into people's head that what you do is a good thing, and that what you do is an exciting thing, and that they're going to have a good time each time they do it. So when you think about kindness priming, it's the act of setting people up with one experience that's going to make them smile or happy, and then following that up with repeated experiences that continue to prime that kindness. Then each time they come back, they're going to be in the mindset that they want to experience what you're doing, they like what you're doing, and they're pumped about what you're doing. And when you think about what this does in terms of people's lives and the way they live, is people generally wake up, they have kids to get ready to take everywhere, who are probably all over the place and don't want to interact, and they're fighting with them, they're late for work, they get off work, and finally when they're kind of settled down, they start dealing with what they want to do with your brand. Maybe they're going into your gym, or they're purchasing your products online. And if you set that up as a good experience, it makes them smile, and then makes them laugh, and then continues to repeat that experience, they're going to want to come back again and again, not just because they enjoy your products or what you offer or what you do, but because they want to go back and interact with what you do, because you make them feel good about themselves. So set this up. It's kindness priming. One good experience as soon as they interact with your brand. It almost has to be an immediate good experience that makes them smile or laugh. Then each experience after that, they're going to be more likely to want to experience the positive aspects of your brand. They're going to be more likely to actually go forward with it. So set that up. Hopefully this helps. This last piece is about the fact that if you want to build a solid team, you have to build trust amongst every member of that team. Here's an idea. So when you have a team, the team is going to work together when they can trust each other. If the team trusts the guy next to him to get stuff done, then every single member of that team is going to trust every single member to do everything they need to do, when they need to do it, how they need to do it, and they're going to trust them to do their job responsibly. If you have a team that doesn't trust each other, or you have a member or two or something, or a part of the team that doesn't do their part, you're going to have the higher level people in the team, or the go-getters, are being the ones who tend to pick up the slack, or who do things kind of outside the mold, so they don't have to go to those other team members. So when you're building a team, and when you're trying to organize a team, you need to make sure that everybody trusts every member. And if there's no trust in half the team or certain members of the team, then you need to make sure that you look at why that trust isn't there anymore, and how you can build that trust back into the team. Sometimes that's getting everybody to work together, defining processes, defining roles, defining responsibilities. But if you never figure that out, you're going to have a fractured team, you're going to build animosity, and everybody's going to be frustrated. So think about that when you're trying to build your team out. Everybody has to trust everybody. Everybody needs to understand everybody's processes, and everybody needs to have the faith that each member is going to perform the processes they need to perform. Hope this is helpful. Thanks again for listening to Volume 9 of my weekly mashup. Remember, if you like this, I'd love it if you'd leave me a review. Otherwise, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to pay attention to the stuff I put out, and I really hope it helps you.
From the start.